in Southeast, says IPOB. Iyabo Obasanjo confirms membership in APC. And on insecurity, ADC spokesman taunts Tinubu, says Nigeria has no government. And lastly, in the local headlines, one dead as gunmen attack Kwara community. Moving on to the foreign scene, Ethiopia demands Eritrea immediately withdraws troops from its territory. Trump praises new Honduras leader after talks in U.S. Japan's governing party on course for landslide election win. And lastly, in foreign news, Thai Prime Minister claims election victory with conservatives well ahead of rivals. Moving into the world of sport, NPFL, Ikorodu City go top after home win against Niger Tornadoes. CAF Champions League, Rivers United suffer heavy defeat to Pyramids FC in Uyo. Those are the major headlines making the rounds this morning. It was compiled and edited by Abiodun Akinomi. For sponsorship or advert placement, kindly contact our sales and marketing office on 091 2929 4332 or 090 77 227120. Coming up next is the Diamond Breakfast Show, where we discuss and have an in-depth analysis on some of the topical stories making the rounds this morning. I am BISOLA. ODUWOLE SULEIMAN. Don't forget to follow us by logging on to any of the Diamond FM online platforms, our website, www.diamondfm.net, or keep up to date with us via all our social media platforms. You can also watch us live on YouTube at Diamond FM Ilorin. Do stay tuned. The Diamond Breakfast Show commences shortly.
The major talking points in Nigeria are always on the lips of the citizens.
What's going on in this country? Look at smaller countries taking lead and you call yourself giant of Africa. Where?
For my business too much. Nigeria is too hard for us. I mean, I want to kill us. Why not kill us for Nigeria? Please help us back them.
They should reduce their expenditure so that they can free enough money for social development.
I wish for a Nigeria where we elect a leader based on competency and not popularity.
On the Diamond Breakfast Show, we place the spotlight on the critical issues in the country.
Government that says they are broke can prioritize construction of an additional runway over education of the people.
How can a government, how can you run in domain? It's intolerable. It's provocative.
Now, you see, when you look at our democratic journey, we are yet to practice the new democratic system in Nigeria.
Join us on Mondays to Friday on the DVS from 9 to 10 a.m. The Diamond Breakfast Show, amplifying the voice of the people. From the studios of Diamond 88.7 FM in Loring, this is the Diamond Breakfast Show.
A very beautiful morning to you. You're tuned in and listening to Diamond 88.7 FM, your shining supreme station. Welcome to another brand new day. It's the Monday, the 9th of February, 2026. It's a beautiful morning, I must say. It's good to have you join us on the program this morning. You're welcome to the Diamond Breakfast Show. This is that platform where we take a look at topical stories making the rounds in the news, from security to politics to agriculture to education to entertainment, all issues affecting us as Nigerians. We talk about, sometimes we take a look at the international stories, foreign stories as well, as long as they have something to do with us as Nigerians. We discuss the stories in the studio with our guest analysts and also open up our platforms to you to also contribute your quota. However, I would like to say that when you want to call in or send a message or or react to any of the stories, please ensure that we go straight to the point and ensure that your statements are filled with facts and not fallacy. Welcome to the Diamond Breakfast Show. My name is BISOLA ODUWOLE SULEIMAN. This morning, we'll be taking a look at three very critical stories. And the first one has to do with the Electoral Act amendment and the controversies surrounding it, especially whether the real-time electronic transmission of election results should be mandatory or not. Nigerians are debating it. Some are for it, some are against it. We will talk about it this morning. And the Senate is also holding plenary session tomorrow, an emergency sitting tomorrow, to also take a look at this as well. We will talk about this morning, and then from there we will move on. I remember that last week we spoke about the Monday sit-at-home order in Anambra State, and the reactions that have followed that, and what the government insisted that should happen, that people should come out, marketers, traders should come out on Monday and not observe that sit-at-home order. Last week, yes, there was a huge turnout of people, but now we're hearing that the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has cancelled its Monday sit-at-home order. This directive has been cancelled. We'll look at, why this matters to families, to businesses, to people of the Southeast in general, after, years of weekly shutdown that, has happened over time. And then finally, we'll take a look at, the tragic story, the tragic incident that happened here in Kwara State, and, the ones that continue to happen, that continue to affect rural communities surrounding us. We'll take a look at the brutal attack on the Woro and Nuku communities here in Kwayama local government area of Kwara State, where dozens were killed. Hundreds of people were killed, and many are asking, why the security operatives arrived so late. We'll take a look at this and, what needs to be done. We're seeking solutions here. We cannot continue to have people die day in, day out. We cannot continue to read these stories. Honestly, I must say it here, those of us who read it do not feel excited. We're not happy reading the stories. From time to time, day in, day out, we come here with sad stories. We come here, we're sorry, we feel sad all the time, and it's not something we want to feed the public with. But that is what is going on in our community. We need to talk about it. We need to seek solutions. If the government does not know what to do, maybe we can proffer some solutions and then they can pick from it. Welcome to another amazing episode of the program this morning. And joining me in the studio, I have Elder Wole Adedeji. Is a senior journalist, a veteran journalist, and a public affairs analyst. Welcome to the program, sir.
Good morning, my sister.
Good morning. It's good to have you.
Good morning out there.
All right. Let's start with the electoral bill. Let's not dampen the mood. So let's not start with the very tragic story. Let's take a look at the Electoral Act amendment. The Senate recently passed the bill, but there's been a big controversy over one clause, which has to do with the real-time electronic transmission of results from polling units, and whether this should be made mandatory or not. The Senate rejected the mandatory real-time requirement, meaning that the law will not force presiding officers to upload results directly while elections are, while counting is going on. It will be uploaded after results have been announced, but not real time. But Nigerians are saying that we want it real time. As you're counting, let's be seeing it, let's follow through, let's follow the process. However, Senate President Godswill Akpabio said the Senate did not scrap electronic transmission completely. They only removed real time to allow INEC flexibility due to network or infrastructure concerns. Civil society groups, even the NLC, a lot of people have criticized this. NLC has also warned of possible protest or even election boycott if real-time transmission is not entrenched in the law. Let me take your thoughts on this. Many Nigerians feel that real-time transmission of results is essential to transparent elections. When I see it, when I can follow through and I can say, I saw 100 and then you told me 100, everybody would be okay. And I don't think we would even have this back and forth that people do in court. But now they're saying that the Senate is saying Nigeria's poor network coverage, infrastructure, make it impractical to put such into the law. into law? And then, what are the implications of this? What do you think, as a Nigerian, do you think it is important to have real-time electronic transmission of results?
Yeah. You see, I joined many Nigerians that kicked against the action of the Senate. And I don't know when we're going to improve on, because I think it was on this platform some 2-3 weeks ago that I said, I've come to observe that when general election is approaching, INEC will come with another one. First, it was a reader's card. Then it was Beavers, or what do you call it? Then it is now IREV and all that. But one thing that you and I are not conscious of is the fact that any sitting INEC chairman will tell us that they are bringing this one for experimentation. And so we have experimented so many, and we have been having issues with so many experiments that we had.
Okay.
And then what we have expected that what we'll do next is to improve on that. We haven't observed where we have or had issues with all these new things they are bringing. But it's so sad. But the one that is most saddening is the position of the Senate this time around.
All right.
I had said it on that program that, well, it's like when it starts like this, it gives INEC the opportunity to come up with a bill that will make it effectively conduct the election that will be forthcoming. And you begin to see it was millions before, later billions. I think it's going to be trillions this time around. And then it will be justified. They'll get to know that these things are brought from South Africa, from Asia, or whatever.
All right.
Now, they have not really said that. What IREV that was introduced almost 10 years ago is supposed to mean to do, they are saying they want to do it this time around. Unfortunately, it is the Senate who should approve that is now saying it is removing that. Why? Sad still that it is now maybe the Senate decision or the Senate president that was talking on his own to tell us that he is the one that is now, or they are the one that is now speaking for INEC, defending INEC, that, well, they have to remove it because there is no network in some parts. He said about 9 states in the country don't have network.
Okay.
And so what are we doing? The Communication Commission is there that supervises this thing. There is Ministry of Communication. We have, what's it called? Our base stations across the country. In some communities, you can see about 10, 12 base stations for all the networks. They have done something recently that, well, all the networks, you can access them through certain thing, which is common.
All right.
Now, if that is the situation, then are we supposed to sleep in that? Are we not supposed to make efforts? If it's about insecurity, then the insecurity has become a major issue. So that means Nigerians in those places, if they trooped out to vote at all, it will be an exercise in futility because what we have been recording leading to electoral petitions before tribunals here and there will now begin to happen over and over again. We are 25 years or more down into this experience, and this is what we are saying all over again. Does it really mean that if in America they can communicate with their agencies on emergency matters and at any point in the world,
all right,
clearly, so we are just living in the same thing that was started almost 25 years ago, and then we are not improving on that. I think it's not an excuse, and it's so sad that it is Senate that is telling us. It should be INEC that should come and explain to us. But the same INEC put forward this thing to the Senate. And if INEC is saying that, the INEC is telling us that it's ready to improve upon that. Senate is now saying you don't have to improve. That's what it means. It's a sad thing. And I join other Nigerians to condemn the position of the Senate on that.
Looking at the position of the Senate at this point and the concerns that they have raised, some might say that, well, as a country, we have not gotten there. We know the issues that we have with connectivity sometimes, the issues that we have with internet. But some would also now argue that, okay, if we haven't gotten there, why did it take us this long to figure out these issues and then work on it before now?
Yes.
There's also that argument that, okay, if you're saying that, oh, we do not have network, why didn't we work on it before now? This is 2026.
Yes.
We had the last elections in 2023, and we noticed the issues that, we had
over 10 years
with real-time transmission of election of results, election result. Why didn't we work on it now? Why is it that when it is time to now pass the law to ensure that, oh, it is binding on everybody, that's when we now come up with this same excuse of, oh, there's no internet, there's no network? That within this time frame that we have, is it something that can be done? Is it something that we can do? I know we didn't do it for the past 3 years, but can we do it now?
We can do it. It's not that we can't do it. We can do it. You see, if smaller countries in Africa don't come up with these complaints each time they have the election, although we have some countries where what they have really is the problem of the military people who want to take over power, or where they're in position they don't want to go again, then they, on their own, they make sure that they create problems. But in this case, we are not in that position. So what is it that we cannot do? If others, some countries in Africa, don't have such communication issues, why are we having it? There was a time in this country, it was, what do they call it now? There was this kind of cellular phone that wherever you are in the world, you can call. You can call. So that was a satellite that was positioned somewhere in the world, that once you have that type of telephone set with you, you can call anywhere in the world, wherever you are. They were advertising that they were showing up people in the desert.
I think it was Turaya then.
Turaya, thank you. The desert. And so we can't we build on that, at least for this purpose? Are we now saying people in 9 states of Nigeria, when election comes, the election is from the start a nullity? Because when you say there's no network there, then they can transmit anything. So anybody has a right to go to the court and say this should be nullified.
All right, but do you think this real-time transmission of election results would build, more trust in the INEC from Nigerians, such that when these results are transmitted and we see it, there will be no need for the other contestants to go to court and say, we believe in what you have transmitted, and that's fine.
From the way it is now, even the awareness has been thrown up. So once you have even told us 9 states, so people are waiting. Once election comes and we have done that, and the results, they are not pleased with the results in 9 states, then they are free to go to court and nullify it. So we are telling us that right before then, we should expect that in 9 states of Nigeria, we'll have controversies on election results.
All right, let's take some reactions right here. Let me know, what your take is on this particular one. What are your thoughts on real time? Should we be demanding that right now, or should we work on connectivity such that, when the next election comes, we'll know that, there's no excuse. Now, where are you hiding this time around? 0913-655-6952. That is the number to call, or send us a message on WhatsApp on 0913-655-6864. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning, sir. What's your name?
This is Dr. Olani Okiki, exponent calling from Itakuri, Ilorin.
All right, go ahead, sir.
I wanted to commend the effort of the presenter and our awareness in the studio.
Thank you.
May God bless you abundantly.
Amen.
I wanted to talk briefly on the review of new election law to electronic transmission of results.
All right.
That the question is that should it be mandatory or not? So the answer is that it should be mandatory to Nigerians. So my own contribution this morning is that electric transmission of results is a very welcome development. So, and I want to say kudos to Nigerians by voicing out and say out their mind. So gradually, this is how Nigerians will be wise and fight for their rights in a very lawful manner. The political officers are not sincere to us at all. They work for their own interests alone. It is now our responsibility to fight for our own rights.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you for your reaction. 0913-655-6952. Keep the calls coming in. Let us know what your reaction to this particular story is. What do you think should be done instead? Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I'm calling from Lambo.
Go ahead.
For the first time, I'm disagreeing with point.
That's all right. It's welcome.
Maybe because I'm jobless and not sick. I snitch everywhere, even in US, UK, and many other developed countries. This is somebody. Because it's, difficult, if not impossible. Forget about network or not network.
Okay.
Nigeria is a country where anything is possible. Remember that during Trump's first tenure, he disagreed and they had to resort to bitter country. Senate never said transmission cannot be done. But when you say it must be done in every part of the country, what of areas that have challenges? I could remember maybe during 2015 election, even over here, they could not transmit very well. As I'm talking to you here, there are sometimes in my house, I'll be looking for network right inside my house from one room to the other. So this thing, we are going to develop little by little. Now, the first Senate, but they are calling for emergency meeting tomorrow. I think it has to do with, following what the majority wants. But sometimes the majority is wrong. Let them pass it on my district and let's see whether it will work.
All right.
God
bless Nigeria. Thank you very much. But some are also of the opinion that if it is passed and everybody knows that it is a law, then the stakeholders would work to make sure that it works. They would put in all effort to ensure that it works.
My take is still that there is nothing wrong with us improving on issues, problems that we have. And it shouldn't be that we celebrate it as yet because connectivity could be, then there are other devices that can make it possible.
All right.
Connectivity, yes. But there are other devices. We just cited the issue of Turaya issue now.
All right.
I mean, we get it and let them transmit from there.
All right. Let's take this one. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
Good morning. Of Great Mercy.
Thank you. What's your name?
You're really speaking from airport.
All right, go ahead, please. Hello?
And hello?
We can hear you now.
Most of our leaders are not sincere on many policies granted because electronic result is welcome idea. But how can we be sincere on? Because good, many of them are traveling to abroad. They see the system of their voting. So what is it difficult for us in Nigeria too? To imitate them in having and the INEC too must be sincere.
All right.
They should not pursue idea from the head of they're supposed to be sincere and competent in their unit.
All right, thank you very
much. This is my own contribution. Happy New Week.
Thank you for calling 0913-655-695. This one says, good morning to the crew in the studio. Introducing real-time transmission of election results under our present condition is risky. Our infrastructure remains fragile and allowing bias to drive this decision could have serious consequences. This is not a system we are ready to adopt yet. That's from Malabi, from Amoyo. Real-time transmission of election results from polling units should not be made compulsory. We don't vote electronically, can't vote electronically, record electronically, and expect results to come in electronically. If it is mandatory, some remote communities will be disenfranchised because once it is not transmitted, it doesn't count. I think it can only be transmitted to IREV, just like the previous one, Oluwaseun from Gakombi. All right, and the next one says, digitize elections, mandate electronic transmission of results from polling booths. Electronic transmission of results is possible and should be made mandatory. Constraints of no light or network in remote areas are no longer tenable due to availability of solar-enabled power banks and alternative internet services. That's from Kolade Anyide from Asadam. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Madam.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Morning to the other in the house.
Good morning. What's your name?
This officer Mutu calling.
All right, go ahead.
First and foremost, when we talk about elections, tell me anywhere in the world, including those developed world, that there is no any dispute after election. You know, we just want to judge the gun. We've not reached that stage that we transmit election results electronically at instant when we are doing the election. we officers that went for the election, we know what happened. Yes, we went to Kogi last time. We went through the water. We spent almost 4 hours before getting to where we are going. So we know the law is that the election should be transmitted, but the Senate said they are not going to make it mandatory for INEC. We should not confuse ourselves about these things.
All right.
The law is there already. The Section 60 is there. But people are now saying that it should be mandated. But the Senate said no, they are not going to mandate INEC. It's two different things. Let's get it clear.
All
and
right.
again, let's go bit by bit. Our politicians, let them stop the habit of I must win by all costs. They are the ones causing this problem for us.
All right.
That's it.
All right. Thank you very much, Officer Mutio. Thank you so much for your take. 0913-655-6952. That's the number to call. Or you can send us a message on WhatsApp on 0913-655-6864. We need to go on a quick timeout. When we return, we'll be taking more reactions on this. We have a couple of messages to read. And then from there, we will move on to the second story. And that is what is happening in the Southeast and the cancellation of the Monday sit-at-home order by IPOP. Just stay with us. It is still the Diamond Breakfast Show.
Better be iron and care, be good for your body, yeah. Are you not aware? Body back, body day for yeah. Now your daily friend, for your blood, if it's 10 over 10. Oh yeah. Feel your bed, just do it on fasting test. Blood builder for everybody, yeah. Healthy body for everybody, yeah. Ferrobin, a product of Feeds in Healthcare.
My fellow country people, I hope say you don't hear about health insurance policy wey Kwara government dey talk about so the information are confirmed and the thing good for you and me as a person and as family. This health insurance, e dey for everybody, for papa and mama. This health insurance also dey for people wey get HIV/AIDS, tuberculosis, even pikin under 5 years, plus including pregnant women. Me and my family don't register with just small money. My friend, you fit go any hospital where they do health insurance, whether na public or private hospital. Pay small money and register sharply. With that money where you pay for your family, it go cover you for 1 year. Bam. Now so the thing bill. If you love yourself and this beautiful woman and pikin, go register and get your health insurance coverage so that you no go pay too much when sickness come. You fit call this number for free. Then you go come out your money, Joe 080-010-010 again 01 or go to House 27B Amado Bello Way, GRA for Ilorin. This message now from Kwara State Health Insurance Agency.
Have you decided to have a delightful time away from home and you're looking for a comfortable or truly pampering experience at a luxurious hotel here in Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria? Search no more. The best place to choose is Wingate Exotic Hotel. Do I tell you about this 5-star rated hotel in Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria? Our welcoming package is top-notch with experienced staff. Our room are spacious and fully equipped. Home or away from home it is. Come enjoy special delicacies by our in-house chef and buffet breakfast. The everyday fun and special karaoke night on Friday at our bar, VIP and VVIP lounge. All of various sizes for your event are available. The enjoyment of a pool experience, seats and more is the reason why Wingate Exotic Hotel is your #1 choice when it comes to hospitality. We're at kilometer 10, University of Ilorin Road, before Ajanoku bus stop, Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. For reservation or inquiry, call 080-9824-4472 or 080-9824-4473. Wingate Exotic Hotel, the hotel where cozy memory lasts.
Hooray! The Diamond Amusement Park in Ilorin presents the special Valentine's Day edition, happening right here in the city of Ilorin. This is for lovers, the singles, the married. If you're looking for love, this is for you. The event features movies, good music, lovely atmosphere, gift, dance, and so much more. It's happening live at the Diamond Amusement Park, Plus 2 New Yidi Road, Irewolede, Ilorin. This event is in different sessions: 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., and 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. daily. 50 slots available per session. Gate fees 3,000 naira per person. And then if you pay for 4, you get 1 ticket free. Affordable fee for maximum enjoyment. To book your tickets, call 080-2677-3152. 080-2677-3152. It's the season of love. Come celebrate with your loved ones.
Welcome back from that break. It is still the Diamond Breakfast Show, reaching you from Diamond 88.7 FM, your shining supreme station. My name is BISOLA ODUWOLE SULEIMAN, and I still have with me ODUWOLE Adidiji. And this morning, we're taking a look at the 2027 elections and the electronic transmission of results, which, the bill has been passed by the Senate. However, the part where it says that real-time transmission of results, was stepped down. And there's been a lot of reactions regarding that. Some are saying, well, we're not old enough to start asking for real-time, transmission, real-time electronic transmission of results. And some are saying, well, we have to start one day. We need to either do it now or now. 0913-655-6952. That is the number to call. Let us know what your take is on this particular one. We have a couple of messages. We'll take that and then move on to the second story for the day. This one says, good morning, BISOLA. Good morning, Elder. The Senate has not cancelled electronic transmission of results, but took a look at real-time transmission because of places where there are no networks and possibly to tame glitches or hacking. Even in advanced countries, I was made to understand that real-time transmission of results still remain big challenges they are still battling. I don't think it is wrong for the Senate to defend reasons for taking that decision because they must have put so many things into consideration before arriving at that conclusion. During the last elections, there were no reported cases of contradictions in the results that were transmitted and the results sourced from polling units. Those with sinister motives are the ones ground standing on real-time transmission of results. That's from Elder Yemi Ashaji. 0913-655-6664. That's the number to send in your WhatsApp messages to. Good morning, Bisola and our Elder in the studio. For me, I also support the electoral transmission of results, but the major challenge is our government. Because of their own interest, they will never want it to work out. They give excuses on network and electricity, and they have forgotten that it is their duty to provide all this for both rural and urban areas. Nigerian politicians, God will deliver us. That's from Dami Vision. And the last one before we move on, this one says, good morning, the host and the guest. The Senate is only trying to be clever by half, claiming network and infrastructural deficit for its own inexcusable action. If Kenya could do real-time electronic transmission of electoral results, what stops Nigeria, the giant of Africa? Right now, it is not too late to expand infrastructure and facilities to get it done. Real-time electronic transmission of results is still very possible. All Nigerians must demand and get it on board. Rich Fort from GRA. Okay.
If it is INEC itself that sends this proposal to Senate,
okay,
then the INEC is indirectly saying, well, if you provide us so and so, we'll address that issue.
Okay.
See, it's about 9 years now that I introduced this IRF of a thing. Are we not supposed to improve on it? If there are countries, even advanced countries that had issues, are we also supposed to have issues? I said it earlier on. Some countries in Africa don't have issues on real-time transmission. Right. Somebody has just reminded of Kenya. Kenya has rural areas like us in Nigeria, even where the living condition is horrible, yet they have tried it, and it is successful there.
All right.
We have to start somewhere. We can't just, it is INEC said that sent this proposal to the Senate.
Okay.
So that means INEC is ready to do certain things about it.
Okay.
And we are just throwing it away.
All right. So you're saying we should give it a try.
Give it a try.
All right. Let's quickly take a look at the second story. And this has to do with the Monday sit-at-home order that is usually observed in the Southeast every Monday of every week, where marketers, business owners, schools are expected to be closed in solidarity with the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, that's Nnamdi Kanu. However, IPOB has announced that the Monday sit-at-home order in the Southeast is permanently cancelled, effective from Monday, which is today. Its leader, Nnamdi Kanu, through IPOP spokesperson, said residents should resume work, reopen schools and markets without fear. This Monday shutdown lasted for many years and caused major disruptions to businesses, schooling and social life. Many people say it hurt ordinary citizens more than, it achieved the aim of the group. Now, let's look at this cancellation. Let's take a look at some of the things that might have fueled it, or some of the things that might have influenced this decision by IPOP to end this sit-at-home order.
Yeah, you see, it has become very clear that the so-called IPOP, there are divisions among them. Don't forget that immediately the IPOP spokesperson said it is cancelled permanently, another person now made a reference, a Jimoko or something like that, said, no, this had been cancelled on the directive of they call him Supreme Leader, Nnamdi Kanu, 2 years ago. And so Nnamdi Kanu has always been saying those who are still going about enforcing sit-at-home order were doing it without his consent. And so they have now come to say, well, permanently, and then the same person who said it has been cancelled is now even threatening that whoever wants to do it will be doing this. You see, I will just congratulate the governor, Soludo, who he has helped us to realize that, well, there can be government when the government is ready to assert itself. There can be government when it is ready to assert itself.
Okay.
I just understand that he was clever to the extent that he knew that if he had done that in his first tenure term, it would be difficult for him to get the second term. Now that he has gotten the second term, there's no third term. So he has to put his foot on the ground to say, this thing must stop. And he went all out, and you can see the result now. So, you see, our government should let it be that we need to know that there is a government in place. There are things that you ought to do. You don't listen. They don't have to listen to any sentiment or whatever. Go ahead and do it. And to record that we have done it. Soludo has done it, and we wouldn't have known. Even the Jimoko that is telling us that this had been cancelled 2 years ago, he never told us before now. If anything, maybe they were benefiting from all those who were causing crisis there. But now that a governor is there on ground and says no, it's either you obey this thing or you face it, and he stood his ground, and we can see it now. So I congratulate the governor. I rejoice. I said it earlier on. There are two things an Igbo man does not joke with: church and his business. But he can still sacrifice his church for his business. So the business comes first. What has been happening over the years concerning this sit-at-home order is serious, and is direct onslaught on an average Igbo man. So it's over now.
So do you think that the cancellation was somewhat influenced by the fact that the governor of Anambra State stood his ground on this particular matter? Some are also saying that the people have seen that over time, it has not really achieved anything. The major reason why they're doing this has not been achieved. They have not been able to get anything at the end of the day. So what's the point? That could also be a reason. And then for the traders and the marketers who continue to lose money every Monday, they might also be tired.
Since it started, gather 10 Igbo people had been to the east, to the south, Onitsha and everywhere. Gather 10 people, they will condemn the action. They never for once liked it. An Igbo man does not joke with his business. And you are coming up with whatever you are agitating for. It shouldn't be the same. If Nnamdi Kanu is incarcerated, is it the Igbo people that incarcerated him? Why are you making life difficult for them there? They never for once liked it. And so it's just that there had not been anybody that would be strong enough, bold enough to say it is either you do it or never. And so he has stood his ground, and we can see that when a government has decided to assert itself, we will get results.
All right.
Even this security of a thing, when government has decided to assert itself,
I wanted us to take some reactions before getting into that, since we have an insecurity story. Because when you look at this, if the governor can stand his ground and then they are coming out to say, oh, we have put an end to this, what about other issues as well? Is it that the government is not putting their foot down enough? The government is not showing full force to tell these people that not in this land. You will not do this here. We will not allow this.
Oh, yes.
Maybe that's why they continue to rear their heads and continue to perpetrate all this dastardly act in our communities.
Yes.
All right. Let's take some reactions and then we get into the security issue. Hello, good morning.
Hello, madam. This is Officer calling back.
Officer Matiu, go ahead, please.
Maybe last week or upper one when we discussed this thing. I said when the government said he's closing the market down for 1 week, why don't those boys say, okay, people should open the market? Government just did. Their government are just to strip their grant. With the cabinet government, it's only one government. And the government will know see the government on ground. So thank God it's a welcome idea. But they are it's just some miscreants because their leader here is already in prison. Their leader in Finland, Oepa, is also in prison. So who else again? Who are their leaders again? So those persons should go and look. They should go and find work and start doing things to better the lot of their life.
All right. All right. Thank you very much, Officer Matiu. 0913-655-6952. That's the number to call. 0913-655-6952. Governor Soludo should be commended for confronting some of the elements of destabilization in the Southeast. To me, it looks irresponsible for the Southeast economy to be compromised because of one person. I am sure some of their traders will put their hands on their heads if they count their losses since the sit-at-home thing started. Soludo is the hero of the Igbos and he will be forever remembered. Elder Yemi Ashaju. Hello, good morning. 09136556952. 09136556952. That is the number to call. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
My name is Titilayo.
All right, Titilayo, go ahead, ma'am.
We thank God for the intervention of the Governor Soludo. They have been working underneath, supporting Kalu. Now they have come to dialogue. So things will work well over there. We thank God for the intervention and then more kudos to Governor Charles Soludo. May God help us in this country.
All right, thank you very much. 0913-655-6952. This one says, concerning electronic transmission of electoral results, I want to submit that we have gullible leaders in Nigeria who know what works but won't just apply such. Won't just apply. It's just better we stick to the system that we can manage. Femi from Asadam.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Again.
Go ahead, sir.
If every mandate result matters, to me, the conspiracy that starts is African. You can put me anywhere. I lived in part of North, not one part, 2, 3, 4 different types, where the indigenous will reportedly boast that they should not open that market, and they will open market. They will open. So when this type of thing, initially they used to say, I've forgotten the name of this man who was convicted in Finland or something like that.
Okay.
He was the man. Kanu himself, who is convicted, has said it severally that was not done. I remember when we were young, there used to be one, in dogs, there used to be one, how do they call this thing? He's being called Papa. It lives in dogs, and it feeds only on dogs' blood.
All right.
So that thing will suck the blood until the dog dies. Then how can that one itself survive? That is conspiracy. When other state governors in the Southeast are ready, they will stop the nonsense.
All right. God bless Nigeria. Well, the IPOB itself has said, well, they've put an end to it. So we don't expect that to be happening in any part of the Southeast. And then there have also been calls for other governors in the Southeast to also step up and do the same thing that Governor Soludo has done. One more call and then we'll move on. Hello. All right. Good morning, sir.
From Illinois.
All right. Go ahead.
I just want us to draw a lesson from what Governor Charles Soludo has done. He has taken people by the horn And I want the government of Nigeria to also do the same in the area of security. People are hiding under religion and region to perpetrate evil acts every day. Some of them are so open to the fact that they can talk in the public and we know what their mindset is looking like. And government can see where they are talking towards. And government is still watching them. One of them is Gumi and the rest of them like that. So why can't government take the same step that Tinubu has taken today for us to have rest of mind and peace of mind in Nigeria? God bless you.
All right, God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much. Now, from this entire thing, I think it's important that we also talk about insecurity. The sit-at-home order, one way or the other, caused chaos in the southeast, and it's a form of insecurity as well. It's a challenge on the people living there, and there's this bigger challenge that we're currently facing right now in Nigeria, and then the one that is close to home here in Kwara State, which has to do with these attacks on communities in Kwara. Recently, we had an attack that happened in Woro and Nuku villages in Kayama local government area of Kwara State, where armed extremists attacked the communities, killing over 100 plus people. I'm hearing 200. We haven't even confirmed yet, but over 160 or more people in the deadliest violence seen so far. We saw videos of, mass graves where these people had to be buried and all of that. The community is grieving. Kwara is grieving at this point. Now, the attackers reportedly spent many hours shooting residents, burning homes, shops, and even executing people after calling them to prayer. According to reports, they called to prayer, and then, when these people came out, they were surrounded, and then they were executed there. Survivors say that security forces did not intervene when the massacre was happening. According to local leaders, including the village head, they say that they called for help around 5 p.m., but soldiers only arrived around about 10 hours later, after the attackers had left. A lot of people have criticized this and said, why did it take so long? Then in communities like that, why do we have to leave those communities? According to the reports that we also had, that there were, presence of, military in those communities, around those communities before now, before that incident happened. But I think they just recalled them, and then, the attackers came and it's sad.
My sister, I've said it here many times. In life, you don't do something the same way and get different results.
All right.
And then I'm not a military person, but at a time when we were young and growing, we used to go to cinema, and then the kind of popular films of cinema that you see in cinema at that time were mostly war films. Not unlike today where you see all these kind of Nollywood, or what you call. That's the kind of film we were watching.
All right.
And then from that experience, and I think those who are in the military today will have been in our generation who took at a point in their life were watching war films the way it is done. Now, when it happens, you deploy military men there. Military men cannot permanently remain in all these villages across Nigeria. They will be there for a while, and they have to be recalled too. Now, we keep doing it the same way all the time. The people will send, to the extent that the people even send notice that they are coming. And in this case of Woro and Kudu and Nuku, they said they sent a notice that they were coming, and we sent soldiers there. I mean, the people who send notice are not fools. They saw that soldiers were there, so they only wait until soldiers leave the place before they come and strike. And I've said it on this program, these things, the ones operating in that axis are the ones they call the Mamuda. They are different from the Lakurawa that we have been hearing of. They are the ones who, in last year, suddenly surfaced around Bogu there, claiming that the Bogu region is their fatherland and they want to reclaim it. They started in places like the Kemberi side, upper Niger State, sharing boundary with Kebbi, and they moved to Kayama, to Wawa. And Wawa is sharing boundary with Kayama area. Why? Because of this kanji forest that is around that place. There have been the presence of these people in this forest. This forest in Nigeria have been abandoned by government. And so all manner of characters decide to go there and rest and reside, including these ones. So they came. Throughout last year, they operated so much around Bogu area, and they are moving southwards. And the next place they will get to is Kayama region. And for over 2 years, there have been information that these people they be seeing them around there. Now they came. It's sad enough that they even came. They say, well, as the time they came at all, they now came in military camouflage uniforms on motorbikes in their tents, and they came and struck. Yes, we have deployed soldiers there again. The governor and the service and military men had gone there. Vice president is here. President is you. The same way we have been doing it since this thing started, and we want to get the result. Only yesterday, the same Koro where they killed their king, who was a retired brigadier general. Only yesterday, they still went to that Koro community, shooting sporadically, and killed one person.
The man lost his life.
The man lost his life, and the same Koro where it happened. And it goes to say, we just send soldiers there, and when the whole thing comes down, we go do. You see, what we see in films that time is that the military, when they want to do this kind of thing, they put the map down. They read the map. This location, this. If you study the map very well, all these routes where these people are striking, beginning from Ekiti, Ondo, coming to Kwara, Kogi, are the place where you have these hills and forests where they can easily stay. It's not until they strike that we move to the direction where they strike. We can surround all these places. We can drone from the air. We know their locations, and we move in from all sides and round them up and finish this thing once and for all.
All right.
It's not that it's like we are celebrating these sad incidents all the time.
Theoretically, it's easy for us to say that. We can look at it from, as civilians and say, oh, this is what you should do, that the government is making effort. But let's look at the duration.
The military told us that even when they discover them, they don't. It's difficult for them to release weapons, is it bomb or whatever, because by their own training, it is to the extent that when you have civilians, there is a method that you have to use. Even if it means let them continue to operate rather than just throwing this thing and waste everybody, innocent people. So that had happened, and you have come to know that this is where they operate from. Run this place up. One, you need intelligence. Then surround all this place from every side, not just one direction, because when they are going to Kayama from Ilorin, for instance, it is just one direction. You can't come to Kayama, go to Kayama from Ilorin and go through New Busa. It is through this Igbeti side that you go there, and you have been going there, and it's not so again. You have to change the style and the pattern.
All right, but some are also saying that this method that you're proposing, they could do that, but these people, like we said, are also smart. They could use civilians as shield.
That is why intelligence is important. The village head of that community said he had sent a notice. I wanted to say, well, if you call them, you call the military or whoever you call, you don't expect them to get there earlier than the time you are talking about. And in the military or the police, people in the uniform, you have to take instruction. You don't just call them and they move there. They have to get permission to move, and they know what to move with. What I'm saying is preventive action is what we need now. It's not just that when it happens, we begin to celebrate.
Let's stop being reactive.
We're just reacting.
All right, let's take this call quickly. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? We have 30 seconds.
This is Samuel from Kanke.
All right, Samuel, go ahead.
On security, I think the primary purpose of government is protection of life and security of the people. And so many lives have been wasted dumped in the forest. Why? Because our government have not been responsible. They are not taking it like a top priority. They are trying, but their effort is not very enough. The effort of those bandits is more than the government. So that is the reason why my advice for the government is that they should try and talk. They are not trying at all. People are dying every day. They are not trying at all. They should share up.
All right. Thank you very much, Samuel. Thank you so much. 0913-655-6952. That's the number to call. What is the way forward from all of this? We can't continue to keep hearing stories of our people dying. Hello?
Hello, Bamdele.
Go ahead, sir. 30 seconds.
And we continue with them. These people will know where they are. They are in the forest. When government is ready, government will stop Wiki from launching the campaign vehicles. They will face this problem.
All right.
Then the state government will do what Soludo has done to stop insecurity in the state.
All right, thank you so much.
You will say, God bless them.
All right, thank you, Mr. Bamdele. This one says, let's see, it says on insecurity, if the okay, this your proverb about chameleons is quite long. Why Kwara every day? We must be ashamed of insecurity banditry yesterday and today in Kwara. Who have we offended? How I wish our leaders would put their heads together and find a lasting solution to the continuous kidnapping in Kwara, even with notice from the bandits. To be forewarned is to be foreharmed. That's from Prince Bankole from Owa Kajola. Your message is quite long. Good morning, presenter. On the issue of killing in Kayama, we have been saying it that there is no single security agency in most of our villages in Kwara, but instead of the government to do the needful, they won't. They are not proactive, they are reactive. And the most painful thing is that some people who have not experienced what is called Nigeria will sit there saying that the government is trying. All right, your message is long. Abdul Yesser from Offa Garage. Thank you very much. I wish that something can be done, and it should be done now. We cannot have another incident. We cannot.
We should not be celebrating this sad news all the time.
Exactly.
Somebody said, why Kwara? I said it sometime here. They are moving southwards. It was Zamfara, it was Katsina, it was Niger, and Niger is close to us. So they are moving southwards.
All right. May God help us. But the government has to do the needful. And then as a people, we also have to be at alert and, watch our environment carefully. Thank you so much, Elder for coming. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming. My name is BISOLA ODUWOLE SULEIMAN. Do stay tuned. Ebawadasi is coming up shortly. Please, let's stay safe out there. But please, we're begging the government to do the needful and stand up for the people.
88.7 FM.